Alright guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be counting down the top 10 most useful add-ons that you can install to prepare for TBC Classic. Got quite a variation of different add-ons on this list. Quite a few of them you probably haven't heard of before. Some of them are going to help you with leveling, some of them are going to help you with your achievements, some of them will help you understand your character a little bit better, and then obviously many of them massively increase your convenience of playing the game on a day-to-day basis. In fact, some of these add-ons are so convenient that they just make the game much more fun to actually play. And I've tried to avoid many of the big add-ons because I imagine most of you probably have them, installed. Stuff like Questy, Leatrix Plus, Leatrix Maps, Titan Panel, Deadly Boss Modes. I don't need to talk about those kind of add-ons. These add-ons will be very rare, absolute, cheeky little gems of an add-on. But I will finish the video with some tips and tricks when it comes to those add-ons, like for instance, why is my Titan panel totally transparent? How do you use Leatrix Plus to get your quest log this big? And game volume on the character bar here, stuff like that. And I will also tell you a little bit about my UI. Obviously the health bar is very different on my UI and everything just looks totally different. Now my next add-on is called Rep by Zone. I've jumped over to my row because you can see the reputation bar a little bigger. Now what does the add-on do? What it does is it essentially automatically changes the reputation that you're tracking on your experience bar depending on what zone you're in, depending on what, questing zone you go into, on what dungeon you go into. Whenever I've played on TBC servers, I've always found it a little bit of a faff to constantly be changing what reputation I'm tracking, because you're going to be jumping in and out of many different dungeons during TBC. There's so many different reputations that you have to grind in dungeons and also out in the open world. So the second you jump into a new zone, second you jump into a dungeon, it's automatically going to do that for you. You can actually see the reputation bar changing in the background while I'm talking right now. So it changed from Beauty Bay reputation to Bloodsail Buccaneer reputation. That's a bit of a tongue twister, sorry, because I was near a Bloodsail Buccaneer area where you can kill those enemies, and now it's gone back to Booty Bay. Now the next add-on I have for you is actually a plugin for Handy Notes. Handy Notes was originally invented in Warlords of Draenor to track treasure locations on the map. You can still use it for that, but I mainly use it with the plugin called Handy Notes NPCs, and it will track particular NPCs on the map. So for instance, right now in Lakeshire, I can see one of the things that is very irritating to find sometimes for a rogue is the poison supply. I can see the poison supplier is there on the map, I can see where the repair vendors are, and I can even see where a cooking trainer is and a herbalism trainer. I never knew there was a herbalism trainer there. And this is the main reason why this add-on is so useful, because if I had not known that, and say for instance I'm grinding in Lakeshire, right, or we'll say like High Peninsula or something, and imagine I'm capped out on my herbalism skill and I need to go and get the next level of skill up, then I would probably by default go to Stormwind, right? Go all the way to Stormwind and get it from there. But what I didn't know is you can just get a herbalism trainer in Lakeshire. Next we have the add-on called Classic Codex. So first of all, it's very similar to Questy, but I've always preferred it over Questy for one very simple reason. It shows more precise spawn locations for every mob. So for instance, I've got a quest here to kill some demons, and I can see every single precise location, and it will appear on the minimap where I'm close to it. Basically very similar to Gatherer. It will also show you where you can obtain quests, like here. Those are the world buff quests, but it will show you normal quests too, and obviously where you can turn in quests, like here. I've got 2 quests to turn in here. There's a few quests that I can get in Feathermoon Stronghold, for example. So you will see that all the way through Outland, because I know this add-on is getting updated. Well, it already has been updated for the TBC beta, and it may be called something else. I think it's called Classic Codex Lite, or Codex Lite, something like that. Obviously all the links will be in the description, so you don't need to worry about that. Now my next add-on is also a plugin add-on similar to the last add-on. It's called Atlas Quest. Now inevitably when you're leveling through Outland, you are going to feel the itch to go and do a dungeon. Obviously the most efficient way to do a dungeon is to get all the quests for that dungeon so you can get loads and loads of XP. Luckily Atlas Quest has got your back. So you open Atlas normally like this, you get the normal window, but then on the left you get an extra box for all the quests. Let me show you a good example. You've got Dead Mines here, and I can see all the quests here. It opens a new window here, and I can see precisely what level I need, where I need to attain it, and there's actually, you got coordinates there. So if you've got an add-on which can track coordinates, that'll be even more useful. I think TomTom does that. And obviously it will also show the rewards that you need to get. And as you can see here for this Scholomance quest, it will tell me what the pre-quest is, and then when I acquire these quests, what you can do with the Liatrix map feature is have wowhead links on the top of quests. So I've got loads of quests here. All you have to do is control copy, and then bring up wowhead, and then paste that in, and then I can go and research any quest that's in my quest log. Next add-on is a very quick one. It's called Auto Carrot. So obviously the trinket carrot on a stick increases your mounted speed by 3%, and then there's also items like the glove enchant that you can get, and the mithril spurs. Not have the mithril spurs at the moment because I must have accidentally vended it, which I'm a bit miffed about. But anyway, and obviously it's a bit of a faff just having to click that, and then click whatever boots you have enchanted with mithril spurs whenever you are mounted up. But luckily the add-on Auto Carrot, if I mount up now, watch what happens to the carrot on a stick. Automatically gets equipped. The gloves get equipped as well. I think there's, hey, I've got the same, no, that's Bloodfang. Anyway, and there you go, Bob's your uncle. Now I have an extra 12% mounted speed, which is only just a little bit under the Crusader aura. Honestly, in the long run, when you're running around Outland doing quests, you will definitely notice the difference of the increased speed when you enable this add-on. Next, we have the add-on just very simply called Attune, which totally tracks your attunement progress and basically tells you how to actually go out and do these attunements. For instance, we've got the Onyxia attunement here. It's telling me exactly what quests I need to do and all of the objectives, and it's tracking it all for me. Obviously, this is all done ages ago. But as you can see here, it already has TBC integration. We've got the attunement. Well, this is not an attunement. This is actually to get the quest and basically for the key to get Shattering Holes. You don't actually need to get attuned to Shattering Holes. But then we've got stuff like Black Temple attunement, so all the objectives you have to do for the Black Temple attunement. I imagine the Tempest Keep one's here as well, which is another big long one, and the Karazhan attunement. Everything's all here so you can track your progress, and the best thing is that it does actually have a Discord integration somehow. Like you can basically export all the data to a Discord app, and then when you have it on Discord, you can track everyone's progress. So guys, what would we all agree is the most irritating thing in World of Warcraft? I think if we're all going to be honest, it's bloody typing in Discord links. Luckily, I've got an add-on that's totally got your back. So here's a random guild called True Faith who are hosting an AQ40 pug today at 8 o'clock server time. And they have a Discord here where I'm obviously going to have to do some kind of sign-up sheet or something. And rather than typing in this code here, which would be very irritating. Sorry, I didn't have my mouse cursor on. So instead of typing in this code, I can just click and then Control-C. And then let's go to Discord. Let's join. I might even do this pug. It's an AQ40 pug. I could probably do this tonight, possibly. Add a server, join a server, paste, bosh, done. How easy was that? Now I can sign up for this AQ40 pug. And it will also work with other links. I got my boy Gekos typing in an Icy Veins link for me. If I just click this, again, Control-C, obviously paste this into my browser, bosh, done. And there you go, Icy Veins. And this will work for absolutely any link. Now the next add-on is called BTWquests. Can't show this yet in the Classic WoW because it is being ported over currently to TBC. It's a very simple add-on that will totally track your quest progress, like your quest chain progress. So if you have like, you know, again like a completionist mindset, or you simply just want to track what quest line you're on or when it's going to complete, and obviously track the rewards and everything like that, then BTWquest will just track all of your quest progress. It's going to be a great way for you to farm gold actually when TBC drops, because like if you do all of the quests in all of the zones, you will get a truckload of gold, which will keep you good for a few raid nights. Next we have an add-on called Nova Instance Tracker, which I definitely think is going to be very useful for TBC, because let's be honest, a lot of people are going to be grinding the absolute daylights out of dungeons. Now it will actually track dungeons all the way back from, for some reason, the 16th of April, and obviously it rather embarrassingly reveals that I've done a a lot of Zul'Gurub boosts. But obviously you mainly want this to track how many instances you've done in the past hour, so if you don't hit that instance cap, it will actually be increasing in TBC2 apparently. And it'll also track how many you've done in 24 hours, because there's also a 24-hour cap. Now, while I've been going through this video, you're probably thinking, how the hell did I get my character menu to actually look like that? Well, it's very simple. You download the add-on called Deja Classic Stats. I've basically used this add-on to totally replace Character Stat Classic or whatever it's called, because it has everything in one menu that you can just drag down, and it has some nice background art which you really cannot complain at. So I don't have to, click a little Dropbox menu to go from melee to defensive, anything like that. I've got all of my primary stats here, durability, movement speed even, and all the stats that I need for my melee enhancements, my spell enhancements, and all of my defensive stuff too. I would recommend to disable a few features on this one though, because as you can see, by default it comes with all this stuff, and I find like it's not too bad, but I just don't really see the need to have all this information, and I feel it's a bit cluttering. I don't really like it that much, so I have it all disabled, partly because I already have my durability tracked here, and I'm pretty sure I have an add-on tracking my durability somewhere, so I could track my durability there. I don't really need it on this menu, so I can just get Titan Panel to do that for me. And if you're wondering what add-on is basically displaying alternative equipment options, when I hover over here, it's called Item Rack, so there's a bonus one there for you, but I imagine a lot of people already have this one. Which leads me on to the last part of this video, where I'm going to talk about some general tips about setting up your UI, and obviously the UI that I use. So first of all, obviously you've got Titan Panel up here. My recommendation is to make it totally transparent to make it look much better. So what you do is you right click the bar, you go to configuration, and then you go to transparency. And then, as you can see, this is what Titan Panel normally looks like, and I don't like it. It just kind of makes the screen look just clunky. So yeah, I just totally turn it down. And you don't have to have Titan Panel at the top here. The only reason why I have Titan Panel at the top is because I switched to Guild Wars 2 UI. It's actually much better, honestly, to have it at the bottom. You can have it at the bottom here and have the same thing set up with the zero transparency. Now, I quickly want to show you some cool stuff in Leatrix Plus. So first of all, you can totally automate gossip and quest options, although I wouldn't enable this. Sometimes this can cause issues with certain quests. I would not enable automate gossip. You can also auto-accept summon, repair automatically, stuff like that. You can block party invites temporarily, friend requests, anything like that, group invites. My favourite option in this window for the chat menu is to use class colours. So as you can see, my name is here. I'm priest, so this is white. If I go to the trade chat, I can see people who are mages, rogues, warriors, paladins. That's an absolute godsend. You can actually do it with a macro as well. You don't have to have this add-on enabled. You can increase the chat history as well, but it can, make your game a little bit laggy, so I don't do it. And then there's loads of other chat options here that you can try out. Here we can totally hide error message. I'm going to do that because I've totally forgotten that. And then you can change text size and everything like that on the mail, on the quest, even on books, and even on zones. In this menu, you've got some enhancements. So let me show you what those enhancements are. Like, I can toggle whether my character is naked or not, or I can toggle his tabard. I don't actually have a tabard. But yeah, that is the enhanced dress up feature. We've got the enhanced quest log, which makes it wider, which I just personally much prefer. This is the same for professions, just makes the window a little bit wider. I've just always preferred it a little bit wider so I can just see things much better. Here you have the volume slider on the character menu, which is pretty cool. Just change the volume whenever you want. And honestly guys, there's so many cool things. Like, you can even get cooldowns on your enemy party frames, the wildhead links that I mentioned earlier on the quest log. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the UI I have for those people who are interested. The UI I'm using is called Guild Wars 2 UI. It is extremely customizable, and obviously the main thing I really like about it is your health bar is down here. And you may be thinking there's not enough bars, but like, I've got loads of hidden bars. I've got hidden bars up here. There's another one I can put my abilities on, so I've actually got 1 bar spare. So don't think that you only get this limited amount of action bars. And if you don't like certain features, like I don't like the chat box, for instance, I just like the default chat box and a few other things that I've disabled, you can just go to Guild Wars 2 UI and disable certain modules. Like, I don't like the character menu that much as well, so I just go with my own kind of character menu. I don't like the inventory one, so I just go with bagged on instead. You can just basically disable the stuff that you do not like. Anyway guys, that is where I'm going to end the video there. My name is MetaGoblin, and until my next video, ciao.